Thank you so much. My name is Chris Masango. I'm from the ANC Lenasia. I'm the branch secretary. I have came here today. I'm not delegated by the ANC Lenasia branch, but I have came here through the invitation which came through our fellow brothers and revolutionary comrades from Egypt. So we have honored tonight the invitation to come to the memorial of the revolutionary, the fallen hero, the former president of Egypt, and the late Mohamad Morsy, and the first democratically elected. I'm here today to represent the African National Congress and in solidarity with the people of Egypt. And also, I'm here today to represent the fellow comrades I'm going with on behalf of the call which we received. I'm not going to go much in the history of the former president, whom I regard as a revolutionary through the epoch which Egypt has gone, and I believe the former president of Egypt, Mohamad Morsy, was the 5th president and he was the first democratically elected. People, today we are here with the message of solidarity, not only to the people of Egypt, but to the people of the world, including people of Syria. We are suffering today, including people of Palestine, including the people from Western Sahara, and all over what is happening. We always call each other comrades, and during the liberation struggle, the African National Congress through the MK, yet people who were trained in Egypt. I think quite a lot of you are aware. There were people who were trained in Egypt and all over the world. That's why the position of the African National Congress as a broader church will always from time to time attend to the gatherings of this magnitude. We are here to say we are sorry to the untimely death of the former president, who unfortunately lost his life through the incarceration by his own country. The MC said we mustn't take long. I think we have been given about 5 minutes. But allow me to read a very short speech, which I think it is a clean speech, which is coming from the Crescent International, Shawwal 13.1440. Egypt's only elected Morsy dies in Cairo court. Nothing could be more graphically capture the barbarism being practiced by Egypt's Pharaoh Abdel Fattah al-Sisi than the sudden death of Mohamad Morsy, the first ever democratically elected president of Egypt. Morsy was in a cage, held before a kangaroo court in Cairo to face a raft of charges, including espionage. In Egypt, alleged dangerous prisoners are put in cages like animals as if they will attack or bite the judges. This is the humiliation to which Morsy was also subjected to. Just on Monday, June the 17th, but ever since he was alleged overthrown in a military coup by El-Sisi in June 2013. It is El-Sisi who should be standing in the dock for committing treason and overthrowing a legitimate elected president. Morsy was kept in solitary confinement for more than 23 hours each day, and in a group of British lawmakers described as torture and said the regime was to kill me. Morsy's son Abdullah said his father was denied medication, he suffered high blood pressure, diabetic, and he had fainted several times while incarcerated. The regime was to kill or to get him out of the way, Abdullah Morsy said. The regime got its wish on the 17th of June. Morsy, who had a PhD degree in engineering from US University, has just addressed the court when he suddenly collapsed and fainted. According to the Egyptian television, Morsy suffered a heart attack following the court hearing. His body was transferred to a hospital for the preparation for burial arrangement, and he was 67 years old. The Turkish president Erdogan called him Mohamad, as he did a number of human rights activists in Egypt and abroad. Morsy was the first ever democratically elected president of Egypt. He came to power after a long dictator and a Zionist agent, Mohsen Mubarak, who was overthrown in February 2011 following several weeks of peaceful protest in the streets of Egypt. While Egypt had a string of military dictators, Mubarak's oust under the pressure from the masses opened the way for the civilian participation and in the political process. When the first ever relatively free elections were held, Morsy easily won against Ahmed Shafik, a former minister during Mubarak's regime. Morsy's troubles, however, began immediately. The deep state ran by the military men and henchmen started plotting against Morsy and his civilian government to undermine it. Those that have benefited through military regime were mobilized to undermine and to bring first ever civilian government, while Morsy offered concessions to the military-backed opposition groupings and even appointed al-Sisi to the post of being the defense minister. The thugs in uniform, they were still not satisfied. Following his oust in part, Morsy was arrested and charged with a number of alleged crimes, and he was sentenced to death, and a conviction that was overturned on an appeal, but continuously he was kept in prison and to languish in a bad and in appalling conditions. The thugs in uniform will untimely pay the price for his crime sooner or later. May his soul rest in peace.